Barbershop Stories Podcast.
What up?
17 special guests. Miss Aisha with Element and Vibe with Dr.
Element and
Quotation
Vibe.
marks on that hyping out with the hand. And before the hand, you know. But hey, Element and Vibe, my pleasure for you to be here. What's happening? One comedian now already have cut slang with Bennie Mac, and that is
Sammy No.
That's
we
right.
got that info for you.
We just had to let them know who he was because we told him who he was.
Understand.
So what's happening, Element and Vibe? What's happening?
We are here and we are trying to just spread these messages. That's what we're doing.
Okay. All right. So when you say spread these messages, I see you got equality on your shirt, and the average person who wears something like equality on their shirt, most of the time it ain't just for show.
Right.
So, what that is that the message, or part of the message?
Absolutely. I mean, the brand, we are grounded in equality and justice. So that is what we are. We're branded by those two things. And so any messages, any t-shirts that we create are an extension from that. Yeah.
Okay. So, was that always in you, or was a specific event or something that happened that made you just say, you know what, it's time to get the message out?
You know what? That's a really good question because I think it actually has always been in me.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can remember being in high school, and I'm a proud alumni of high school.
Oh yeah, you want
I went to Goodline.
You old colonel. These old colonels keep doing all this good shit.
Yeah.
Colonel working out here, man.
Yeah.
Colonel working.
Yeah, what
right.
right, what's happening?
And I can vividly remember being in my class, and it was an English class, and the teacher said, we were talking about something, but she was like, and the black something, but it was a negative connotation to it.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember raising my hand and asking the question.
Black teacher or white teacher?
It was a white teacher.
Oh.
It was a white teacher.
Oh.
I don't remember who it was, but it was a white
I ain't gotta say
teacher.
no name.
And I remember raising my hand and saying, why is black always negative? And I can remember the classroom saying, oh, here she go again. So apparently, I kind of always made those kind of statements.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think it has always been in me. However, Element and Vibe started as an emotional reaction.
Mm-hmm.
It was an emotional reaction to how I see it as unending murders of black men, and where we are now. Include women.
Mm-hmm.
You know, include children at this point. But when I started, well, how it started was when Trayvon Martin was killed in 2012. For some reason, I don't know, that really it hurt me so bad. And like I was actually interviewed over the summer by a doctoral student, and about kind of why I started and everything. And I actually started crying because just the thought of it is just so heart-wrenching, because this young man was literally visiting his dad, walking down the street to get a snack, something to drink, and he was killed, pardon my French, or pardon my language, by a vigilante asshole. Like that just followed him.
At the barbershop.
I was just gonna say, I'm waiting on the point where you gonna say something wrong. Shit. I'm waiting on you to say it.
We gotta sense it.
It just and he got off.
Yeah.
You know, and
just like the fool down there in Florida when the boy, when the man came out there, he was out there talking to the man's wife. You know what I'm saying?
Killed him.
Shit like that.
And I just it's the value of our people is just so low, you know. And so kind of going back to your question, so fast forward, and there were several deaths between that point and the point of my action. Alton Sterling, I was on vacation in Destin, Florida with my family, and I was scrolling through Facebook, and I literally saw Alton Sterling being pinned down on the ground, selling CDs, okay? Pinned down on the ground as if he was a monster attacking people. But he's like, what's going, you know, what are y'all doing? And they shot him at point blank range. And so that broke my heart. And so a month later.
The bootleg, man.
Yeah. You know, and there's plenty of those in our community, you know, just trying to make ends meet. make a dollar, and
Imagine the ones that they don't talk about though.
Exactly.
That's the killing part. Because
Exactly.
there's a lot of them. There's really too many to put on.
you know, and so came back home, and so I was looking for a shirt that could like encompass all of my emotions and how I was feeling, and I couldn't find one, and so I created my own. And so
Okay, so you was looking like in stores and
stores, online. I just needed something that actually said so much, and because I was so hurt. That just, you know, just saying that, you know, like he was shot like an animal. Like you imprison people for hurting or harming dogs.
was the one guy
But-
choked by the cigarettes up there. They put the choke hold on him up there. Frederick
Yeah, Eric
Garner.
Garner.
Yeah, Eric Garner, yeah.
Yeah.
So I created freedom, you know, and for me that said a lot, you know, and so that was the start of the company. You know, people started asking for the shirts, and you know, and so I sold out very quickly, and so we kind of grew from there.
So, have you prior to that, have you always been self-employed?
No. I'm still not self-employed, just to be completely transparent. You know, I have a job, and I actually have to go to Dallas on Monday. You know, I travel a lot with my job, you know, but, you know, I also work, you know, tooth and nail for this company because the goal is to be
You self-employed?
completely self-employed. So that's kind of where, you know, where I am. I've always kind of played with different things. I used to be a fashion consultant. I used to shop for people, but this is really this means a lot to me, and so I think that's probably why it's grown so well.
Okay. That's what's happening.
Like I said, I noticed the line online, just scrolling on Facebook, and I noticed you had these particular shirts, because I always like to rock the shirts. I get a lot of shirts from this lady, black lady I know, and Bob Marley, Hewitt P. Newton, different shirts I like to rock. And when I seen them, I was like, okay, you got one of those, you know, got a line, kind of, you know what I'm saying, trending the way I like to rock stuff. So I logged on and checked you out. So what was the first shirt you made? What was that first one that made everybody say, okay, I want one too? Did that shirt inspire you to start it, or were you already thinking about starting it when you got that shirt made? Because I know you said you was looking for it.
The first shirt was freedom.
Okay.
Now the shirt that actually took off was actually the one that you're wearing right now.
Okay, the fist.
Yeah, that was because I think for a lot of people that says a lot. But the funny thing is, it's a right brain, left brain thing, and I didn't realize that. So some people look at it and they're like, so what is that? Is that like a country, or is that like literally? Like people look at it sometimes and they're like, what is that?
So that's a good thing though, because if you can make it mean multiple things, you know what I mean. You know that's some fire art.
Exactly,
That's
and then
art.
so. We have another shirt. I mean, a number of our shirts, you can kind of interpret it differently. Like one of our shirts is enough. And when I created that shirt, I'm like, enough of the killings, enough of the stereotypical thoughts of, you know, black people and all this. But as we're like selling, you know, we have people coming up to our booth saying, you know, I need this shirt. You know, I was in a domestic violence relationship, and I've just left my husband, and so I'm saying enough. And then so you have women saying, I am enough, you know. And people just interpret a number of our shirts differently. And the thing is, our line is not just for one category of people. You know, I want people in our shirts that believe in our messages.
Then the t-shirt she got, the neck ain't thick. So you got like the neck, the wrong look like the mock nip turn neck. That shit fat.
That's pretty quality, man. I don't watch this one come
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's still jet black.
That's the thing.
Jet black.
That's the thing. So
Gotta know how to watch too. Stop putting all that watch behind down, watching down close.
yeah. So we get a lot of people saying that they're quality, which they are. They're quality T-shirts. We take time. We took the time to find quality T-shirts that you can actually wash and wash it in and wear a lot, and they still look the same.
Okay, so to this point, because like you said, there's been a lot of tragedies nationwide, worldwide, shit. So with the shirts, when you started with Freedom, how many shirts you done got up to? Because there's been a lot of shit going on. What you got about 192 designs on
We have-
last
we-
week?
Kids
shit.
on that damn phone, you can't run fast enough.
Supposed to have about 400 of them.
Well, you know what? Everything,
Right,
everything, does not encompass, the murders, I guess you can say. Because my husband has on one now that says "I am king."
What up? Look at you trying not to smash merch.
Y'all make that hat too, that.
What up?
That's not our hat.
Okay,
we
it's
got
not y'all
that
hat,
from, no,
okay.
we got that from the African Street Festival in Nashville when we went
Okay.
there.
Nice one.
So, but the purpose of it is to give people a voice, to allow for you to speak out about how you feel. You know, raw truth, emotion, and kind of be able to wear your emotion. You know, to evoke conversation. Like you might go into a space and somebody might say, "Hey, who is so and so?" I mean, now some of the shirts you need to know who these people are because you know you have Marcus on here. Who is Marcus? That's Marcus Garvey. Who is Marcus Garvey? So let me tell you who Marcus Garvey is.
Inspiration all the time.
Huey P. Newton. Huey? Who is Huey? Let me explain to you who Huey P. Newton is.
Good conversation.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it kind of creates that dialogue also. And it's inspirational and it's empowering.
Yeah.
I can't think of who we was watching. That might have been Brother Polite or it was somebody we was watching and they was talking about how we'll wear the shirt with the teams on them and we'll wear the shirt with Superman on them and Batman, all these damn folks and Green Lantern and all these people. But, you know, it was heroes, real life heroes, you know what I'm saying, that we can rep out here, you know what I'm saying. And that's what kind of started me to wearing the shirt a few years ago. You know, I was like, seeing him in the middle of the mall, I was like, you know. And plus that economy. Y'all paying $60, $70 for a t-shirt, hey. Element Vibe, you know, I think I paid a dub for this one at the street festival. Yeah.
Well, I guess this would be my question. You know, I've seen them around, but you know, a lot of times we don't know how to get in touch with the people who did. They just be nice, and then you see them, and then you don't. So, what you got going on as far as with the shirts, your inspiration, the shirt? How can we get the shirt? What, via website, Instagram, and pay out? I'm sure people like to know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
absolutely. So you can go to our website, which is elementandvibe.com. We're also on Instagram. I'm very, very personable. So you can shoot me like a DM or a message or whatever. Instagram, we're Element and Vibe. We're on Facebook as well, Element and Vibe. And you can also follow me, my name, you know, Aisha Taylor, on Facebook as well. And, you know, I get back to people very quickly whenever they shoot me questions or anything like that. So.
oh, okay. All right, now you don't be telling me you're going to deliver them today, and then they get them out of criminal or nothing now.
Now, that's one thing about
I
us.
want to make sure now, because you know, they exist now. Need to make sure you say nigga shit.
No, we're really good about delivering quickly.
Okay, all right, that's what
Yeah,
all right, good nigga shit.
Yeah.
All right. Put a fist on the side.
Yeah, we're good about that, so.
Well, that's
That's
good.
good thing.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. Well, I see you use a lot of models and stuff, you know, I seen a couple people that were familiar, that she uses models and models of clothes, and everybody wasn't black. Like you said, you make shirts for everybody for people that believe in the
That's
message.
right. That's right.
So it's not just a particular, you know, race
or,
that you aim at, but so you know, Element and Vibe seem like it's pretty much standing up for the cause. When I look at that and see you using people from the community, and you know, those people couldn't have got that opportunity from Macy's or you know, who's another clothing? What's their name? Everybody talking about not naming markers and all these damn folks, you know. You got Element and Vibe using people right here, you know, as models and putting their stuff on.
Yeah, so with
Putting
Sam,
on for the community.
with Sam saying that, you get off of your t-shirt business. The gift and the curse about starting a business based off of, you know, a need or a site or something you saw a reason why to do it. What if Element and Vibe just like that what would you want to see it go from there? Because like Sam said, you're working with models and all that. Would you want to do the t-shirts and take it on to a whole different brand or a full line clothing line?
Possibly. We've thought about that. Now, another thing that we've actually also thought about is starting a boutique, but the boutique would have to have our shirts in there, but also it would encompass brands that have a meaning behind them. You know what I'm saying? Like a brand that actually has a purpose.
I got you.
You know what I mean? It's because I'm very connected to stuff and I'm very intentional about every move I make. And so I love people and I want to help people, you know. Even with this brand is just not the brand. I actually want to connect people, you know, I want people to have hard conversations, and I also want people to pay attention to the community and what we need to do to help each other. You know what I'm saying? So everything is an elevation to the community. So like for instance, in February, we're planning an event. We're gonna have like spoken word. We're gonna have, you know, acoustic guitar player singing, and it's gonna be like a Black History event type situation, but it's gonna be a nice little groove to it. We're gonna have like neo soul and reggae in February. And but the purpose is, have you guys heard of the Equality and Justice Initiative in Montgomery? That's where they have the lynching memorial and all that, and they're gonna be a part of the. They're gonna benefit from that. We're gonna donate.
Yeah, have you ever gotten slack from any of the shirts you produce? Because I know you just mentioned lynching museum. As far as if you, like, you know, if a white company came out with a shirt with a noose on it, if you came out with a shirt on a noose on it, would it feel like it would be a different opinion of it because it's coming from a black person?
That's a really
You ever
good
made sure
question.
that might have offended somebody that you had to say, all right, we can't print no more of them?
I'm gonna say no, but we have kind of doubled back on a couple of designs because they might be because we have customers from all races. So we have kind of thought about a couple of shirts that we might not need to really do. That might be a little bit too abrasive. But at the same time, I want all of our shirts to be powerful.
Yeah.
But I
Not
feel,
offensive.
right, powerful but not offensive. Rooted in love. You know what I'm saying?
But see,
And not division, really.
you don't want to be division, but you know, unfortunately, sometimes the truth pierces.
Oh, absolutely.
It's harder than $1,000 butcher knife.
Absolutely, because we have a shirt that says "Origin of Life," right? And so one of our customers, she said she wore it, and she actually had someone a white guy walk up to her and say, "Hey, what is this? That Texas?" You know, trying to be condescending and trying to be funny. No, she's like, "No, it's Africa."
Now it's funny to me because those people still exist.
Exactly.
And to me it'd be funny to say them because that shit's so ignorant. But it becomes to a point. If she would have laughed at me and walked out, because I can say now, hey, what hell is that? Is that Texas? Oh shit! I can see it. So
If you wouldn't have had to
I
ask
see it.
if it was Texas, like,
Yeah.
Right.
you probably wouldn't even ask
Right.
anything.
he said,
Stop, man.
that was Texas.
Go back to school. That was
Man, he wasn't doing
Learn your
that.
business.
ass.
Don't learn your business.
man. He was
Exactly.
bad
That's what was going on. But
Oh,
most
the
of the
guy.
time, most of the time though, people are very, you know. Now let me tell you, we do a lot of events. Sometimes they'll walk by and they'll kind of look, oh, okay, and they'll keep on going because some of our shirts are very kind of in your face, like, yo, take it or not.
Some of the ones I wear sometimes, I get asked a lot about them, and I get a lot of comments about some of the shirts I wear. Like the one I got with the guys from the Olympics, when the two guys were holding up the fish, and the other guy out there was a white guy out there was holding up, you know, the medal or the torch or whatever. Yeah. And I get, man, you wouldn't believe how much comment I get out of that shirt, you know, in different places. even in the barbershop.
Yeah, people and they're very inquisitive. They'll ask, they'll ask, but you have to be prepared to talk about it.
And I got one for you too. Like you probably never thought about this, cause I ain't thinking about it now, cause you're here, Miss Aisha. You can put me on your shirt, turn it sideways in black and white. Cause see then, niggas look good when they black and white on t-shirts. You know that, don't you? So if you put a nigga on it, they be like, who is that? You just be like, shit. That nigga deep, you gotta look him up. You don't know what you talking about, you be like, shit, look that shit up, cuz you on that shit.
Hey, you think niggas don't do that shit?
Hey, but you gotta look convinced, you gotta look off and like, ooh, shit. And be like,
keep your face crazy.
Just look him up, dog. Don't tell what's his name. Just look up that nigga, and I promise you, should get a response too.
Okay.
So what I do, I just take $3 a t-shirt, gross, and then we'll work it. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, easy now. You get that t-shirt, you better go ahead on looking for up on your way. Now, you gonna have to answer some questions. Somebody's gonna ask you, hey, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
You gonna hear.
Hey, Randy, what the hell is she doing?
Know what you wear. And that's vice versa. Yeah. When we wear all kind of brand, we don't know the hell these folks be. These folks be the lynched, all kind of folks.
That's right.
Sleeping with children. And,
you
know what I'm saying? Drunk, winos. Talking about all kind of stuff. And we just sporting their name from head to toe.
Yeah, that's true.
Hat, everything.
Yeah.
Pierre Castellano or something. We just got it wrote on everything we got. You know what I'm saying?
See what it is?
Man, Pierre and killed. Nigga from Hiller, you know what I'm saying? Kalamazoo.
The niggas like fire-ass name though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The fire-ass name. Pierre Cardano. Like, who the hell
Gordon Gartrell.
You know what I'm saying? Shorten your name up instead of Samuel, just Sam Lee or some shit. Yeah.
They gonna go and put $1,000 on it, they gonna go get it on.
Oh yeah.
There gotta be no type quality. Watch it one time, strain popping out of it.
Yep. Wow. Now y'all ain't gotta spend no $1,000. We got Aisha here with Element Vibe. She got what you need.
Man.
She got what you need. And then I'm sure if somebody hits you because they're inspired by something and want to send it to you, are you open to using that too?
Like if they have an idea?
Yeah.
If it's in line with the brand.
Yeah.
Because we have ideas. We have people that, give us ideas and stuff like that. But if it's in line with the brand, what happens is I'll make the shirt and I'll give them the shirt for free.
Mm-hmm.
And then, we'll put it in line with the rest of our t-shirts, but it absolutely has to be in line with, with our brand.
Okay.
For sure.
Well, that's what's up. That's what's up. Miss Aisha from Element Vibe.
That's it.
Bro, with shirt, you'll come up here and show the viewers the shirt, man. I see Equality Sam got one,
I got the fist on.
Yeah, this one, she just ain't put the print on it yet.
I wanted another one. I can't think of what it was. I gotta go back on there and look. I think you just had it in women's sizes though.
Which one,
Yeah,
You gotta think of it.
Yeah, I gotta look
yeah,
at
you
them.
might need to read it to them because there's a couple views that we have that ain't
nice,
quite,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying, got that, they ain't never watched Reading Rain.
I am power, strength, courage, intellect, noble, I am king.
That's what's happening. Hey, Element and Vibe. Aisha, you have a website?
I do. It's
Yeah,
www.elementandvibe.com. That's www.elementandvibe.com.
Okay. All right. And Facebook and social media?
Facebook, Element and Vibe. Follow me, either Element and Vibe or Aisha Taylor, and that's AISHA. And then Instagram, Element and Vibe, same handle.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's happening?
Vibe with Element and Vibe.
That's right.
Vibe with 'em.
Vibe, Element, and Vibe, man. Y'all make sure y'all support her. I like the shirts. You got it, man? You got it on hand? You got it with you?
No.
We'll get you, we'll take it.
All right, man. All right, I'm looking for one, man.
So they give them to you quick,
I
man.
had brought my little chain with me and everything, man. I had brought the chain. I was like, I'm gonna wear the chain and the shirt. You know what I mean? Put
Hey,
the
I
little
like
chains on.
Hey, no, I like black, man. Black go with anything. I just throw my black shirt. It's black just like a white tee.
Oh,
Put
yeah.
that black on and rock it. You know what I'm saying?
It is.
I gotta give me some hoodies. It's getting cold too.
Yeah,
I
we got
got a
the hoodies, we
sweatshirt.
got the sweatshirts. So yeah, long sleeve,
Okay.
and we have a lot of designs. We're thinking about kind of scaling down because we have so many.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a lot to choose from, and I'm in the process of kind of creating some new ones right now.
Mm-hmm.
Which I guess I don't know if that really, if I should do that because we have some. But I kind of want, we want to keep it fresh. We want to keep it fresh, so.
Well, that's a good thing, though.
Yeah.
I'm definitely order something from you.
Cool.
So when's the next time anybody can catch y'all out? Doing festival or
Let me think.
marketing, merching your stuff.
Well, right now we're looking to get in the Galleria.
Okay.
But we'll let you know about that.
Okay. Like I said before, I called y'all at Woodlawn Street Market.
Yeah.
I almost called y'all in Georgia that weekend, but I got out here kind of late, and I didn't make it out there before y'all left out there at Auburn. Y'all at the Sweet Auburn Festival.
The Village Market. Actually, we're going back to Atlanta for the Black Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Black Friday.
All right, well, what time is it, man?
Yeah.
And keep my t-shirt rolling in. Like that's all I'm wearing is stuff made by my people. You might catch me in some repping my team. I like sports, so I may wear that. But hey, before I go get PL caught in and go and got trail now, I'm riding with Element and Vibe and some more people I rock with that I like to rock their lines, man, because I like meaningful statements. I like to make bold statements with what I wear. You know what I'm saying? Like how everybody into.
Who asked me you got hats?
Okay.
Okay.
I thought something going on with the camera. I was like, hold on.
That mean about hats coming soon. They
I like to make bold statements. You know what I'm saying? With my stuff, everybody wearing the tight clothes and the dresses and stuff. Now I'd rather, wear something that boldly send you somewhere to go say, okay, what was that? Who was that in history? What you know what I'm saying? What happened? Why he got that on? You know what I'm saying? Well, everybody calling it what they call now swag. Mm-hmm. Everybody swagging up. Mm-hmm.
Well, it definitely provoked thought. All right. So before we go, you gotta ask you this before we out.
Okay.
All right. Your prediction. Mm-hmm. Alabama LSU. You gonna close out.
So let me say.
You gonna mellow now.
And you gotta make some shirts that got crying faces on there. And whoever lose, put their name on top of this shit.
Your post.
So now that is inspiration.
Oh, yes, you already know what I'm about to say.
I already know you're gonna go in.
So okay, so let me just say this. Okay. This is a whole nother topic, okay?
Okay, yeah, see, we want to close out on a positive note.
Well,
somebody's face is going to be long.
Yeah, and I might upset some people.
That's right, and she might. But she Element Vibe,
I'm Element Vibe, so it don't matter. And I make bold statements, so let me say this.
Drum roll, please.
I graduated from Alabama, right?
Uh-oh. Oh, it's leaning left. It's leaning left.
No. Well, I got my degree.
Okay.
Got my degree.
Proud accomplishment. Let me say that.
Proud accomplishment. But I'm not a fan. Okay. I root for.
To the right.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, all right.
My husband is from Arkansas.
Oh, I know he's gonna raise back though.
And I know I'm probably gonna upset some people. Okay. But I will root for his team for Alabama. He's from Arkansas. He played ball at Murray State though, okay?
Okay.
But he's from Arkansas, so I would root for them before I root for Alabama. And let me tell you,
y'all with them all last week.
Yeah.
The Razorback, whatever they call right now.
Somebody got to go.
So they holding on strong. It might be roadkill right now. That's about it.
So here's the thing with that. And you root for who you want to root for. If you're an Alabama fan, go ahead. I'm not knocking that. Mm-hmm. But for me, my experience.
Sound like LSU. It's a name to LSU people.
Hey,
damn, tank for tour.
Look, I'll have a party at my house for the football game, but I'm indifferent. I don't really care. Mm-hmm. But and we don't have to really go into it.
Mm-hmm. No.
So let me just tell you some of my experiences, okay? Just to show that people understand that I'm not just like I don't like Alabama. I hate Bama. I don't hate. You know how you have people that say I don't like her. I don't do that. Even if you cool with me, if my experience with this person is positive, you cool with me, they cool with me too.
Mm-hmm.
If I mean now they're thug with you now, that's something different. They mean you and I ain't I ain't trying to be all that kind of way, but that mean you ain't a real good person if you do stuff like that. But back to that. So when I was at Bama, just to give you a couple of examples, I was about to graduate. Now some stuff happened before this, but I'm just
Roll Tide.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
No, I ain't Roll Tide.
Oh, okay.
I'm at LSU.
Oh, okay.
Look, but Lawson State though.
Okay.
Lawson State, I'm kind of out of it.
Okay, it's all good. It's all
Yeah,
good.
that's my LSU. Go cool.
We're gonna kick their ass to a back of night. Y'all know it's time here. Mac Jones.
When I was about to graduate, I was in what you call GPA 490. It was a business class.
Mm-hmm.
My last class of my career at Alabama. Okay? The teacher, it was 3 black students in the class. It was a auditorium full of people. It was only 3 of us. There was an older man, a girl about maybe 5 years older than me, and me. He pulled us down after class one day and said, y'all need to drop the class. Okay? Why do we need to drop the class? You're not going to pass the class, so you should drop. Okay? I didn't drop the class because I'm trying to graduate. The older man dropped. The young girl didn't drop. So when you're in business classes, they put you in groups. Mm-hmm. So then you have to run this business. You have this t-shirt business. I mean, not t-shirt, tennis shoe business you have to run. So what happened was the man dropped. So what he did was pull me and the other black girl out of the different groups and put us in a group together. Mm-hmm. Then those white students was like, hey, I don't want to be in a group with them. I'm going to leave. Mm-hmm. So it's just us in the group. That was his plan. Okay? So fast forward, I get my grade. He failed her and tried to fail me, said I didn't turn in something. And I'm like literally about to graduate next week. Okay? So I'm like, no, I turned this in. So he's gone on vacation. He gone.
Roll Tide.
Okay? He's gone. And she's like, no, I'm sorry you didn't turn in so-and-so, so thank God. And I always throw stuff away. But I found the paper that I did, and you had to change my grade and so I could graduate. That's just one situation that happened. Okay?
Roll Tide.
So, my
bottom.
Experience was not, I'm like Roll Tide.
Dirt dog race.
No.
Well, sounds like LSU, some bitch.
That's just sad, man. I didn't experience college, man. Well, that's got to be something else.
That's tough, though. At that age,
Yeah.
You just right out tell somebody to drop the class.
Y'all are gonna pass. Y'all are gonna fail. So drop the class.
And that's what important. How many people done heard that over the years that you'll never hear about that?
Exactly. Drop the class.
And like they called.
The fact that I didn't drop the class probably pissed him off, and so he wanted to fail me.
Like, oh, she ain't gonna do it.
Oh, she not gonna drop?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I got something for you.
That's crazy, man.
And thank God I kept that paper because what? If I didn't have it, then what? I would have failed. I wouldn't have graduated.
Yeah.
And I know I kind of took that in a whole other direction.
We took it at Lawson, though. Because Lawson State with a loving family. We had flag football throughout the summer. For all the niggas that didn't make it to the league.
What's up, Joe? Up there at Lawson.
Pro, you know what I'm saying? So we would have sit down with open arms. See, and we got a campus now.
Yes, go to the flag football NFL, baby.
That's right.
But that's gotta be crazy to experience that from somebody that's supposed to be prestigious up in school or professor.
Let me just tell y'all one
Gotta
thing.
be crazy, man.
Can I just tell you one more thing?
Element live in the studios. Go ahead.
One more thing. I'm in class. This is kind of like the upper classes, okay? This is, I think, my senior year. I'm in the marketing class. I made an A, okay? So apparently the other students didn't do so well on this test. I made an A on the test. So she scaled the test. Y'all know what I mean? She scaled the test so they can make higher. I said, okay, so what about my grade? Oh, no, I just scaled just the people who made below an A. So that pushed them up to my grade. Why not give me a 110 or 9 or whatever? You know what I'm saying?
I'm outstanding. Let me be outstanding.
You know what I'm saying? You scale their grade. Why you didn't scale my grade? Because everybody didn't do so well. Scale my grade.
Give them what they deserve. Shit, give what they earn.
You know what I'm
That's what you
saying?
earn.
If you gonna do it, though, do
That
it.
must be a college term. Scale your grade.
So, like for instance,
Well,
if you made, let me just tell you, like for
Well,
instance,
they
if,
call it extra point. Gotta get some extra point, extra credit.
Oh yeah. They ain't doing all kinds of shit.
Sweep the room, kind of clean your desk off extra credit. So that must be a kind. That's what they call extra credit. Kind of scale your
well,
grade.
kind of, yeah.
Yeah,
If you
yeah.
make like a 60, okay, well the majority of the class made a 60. Let's at least push them up 10 points so everybody can make a 70. Or you scale the grade like you give everybody 10 extra points. But when you get to my grade, let's say I made a 90, you leave mine at a 90. But you scale everybody up to a 70 or 80, but leave mine
Come
at
on,
That
Bama.
sound like that cheat.
Come on, Bama.
That sound like that cheating scandal that all them folks get 2 weeks
Right.
in jail for.
But see, I'm one of them people that sold the players on the field, man. Everything else, administration, I really don't even buy the gift, honestly. I've been giving gifts, hats, and all. You know, I got a hat my grandma gave me. I done had it for years. I still keep that hat. But once they come off the field, I mean, you know, hey, it is
yeah.
what
I
it is.
mean, and we got parties that
I got a
are
little
for
bit
the
of the players
games.
now, down there.
Yeah.
So once they come off the field, it's over.
Yeah.
But
And you know, hey, have fun.
that's what time it is, man.
Yeah, you right. You right.
And maybe that's again rooted in who I am as a person. That kind of stuff just didn't sit well with me.
We're gonna stick with you too.
You know,
That's
just
so you true. You ain't new to what
right.
you
It
talking
ain't.
about.
It's
What
not
you
new
doing.
for me.
Yeah.
You know, I'm in class. White girl sitting next to me. I made an A on psychology. What did she make? I made a 90, whatever. How did you make that? I made a 80, whatever she said. How did you make that?
I get to them fucking bowl. Them fucking bowl.
And he said, tutor me, Aisha. He said, how did you make that?
How did you make
How
that?
did you make
How
that?
did you? So I'm like, okay, I don't knock it. You know, I don't knock it. You know
I'm
what
pretty
I'm
sure they
saying?
have everyone, but damn, Mama.
Roll
Come
Tide.
on now. But you know, they trying to clean up their act, I guess. You know, a couple years ago they had the girl that made the little tweets or whatever. And I think they put her out and sent her back home. She was moving on somewhere. Yeah, and all this.
It's another
So,
A&M.
yeah, a new day down there at the old Tide House, huh?
It's another A&M.
Yeah, she
the
just
white
one
girl
of
picked
them.
it up. It's A&M. She a bull. I seen her in class.
And don't tell you how many got done wrong, you know, for them to pass up, to put out there like that. Ain't gonna tell you how many others got done bad behind.
Yeah. No, well, that's what's happening. It's been a pleasure talking with
Man, players, man.
Miss Aisha with Element and Vibe. We appreciate you coming
Thank you
down. We
for
appreciate
having
you.
me.
You know, even taking the time to come through. You and your old man, you know what I'm saying, representing the shirt. What are you doing?
Anytime.
You want them, you know what I'm saying?
Anytime y'all got something going on, festivals, anything like that, y'all let them know. Y'all come through, drop in on the show, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Let them know. Come through short notice, long notice, whatever, and just drop in. Like, hey, Element and Vibe, we'll be at such. And, you know, mess with them.
And can I just encourage
We all about the community.
people?
Yeah, go ahead.
I just want to encourage you, if you're thinking about starting a business, if it's something that you kind of been playing with and it won't go away, it's not going away for a reason. And so God put that in you. So attack that.
Yeah.
It might take a little longer than you wanted to. You might have had this vision 10 years ago. You might have children now. You might be all involved in so many things, but it takes baby steps. Baby steps, you can still move forward. You know, so just go for it. You know, one thing I saw Steve Harvey say, which I thought was amazing, just jump.
Yeah.
You know, just jump.
You don't land somewhere.
Start doing.
You know, you have to jump in order to soar. You know, you might hurt yourself, you might bruise yourself, and you might struggle for a minute. And it's not easy, especially when you have families and you might be a single mom or whatever the case may be. But you have to take a risk. And I'm not saying that I've just took a dive in, because I still have my job. But sometimes you have people that say, quit your job and go for it. That's not realistic. I mean, for some people it might be. You know, but it's a mindset, and the way I look at it is my full-time job is really my stepping stone. I use my money from that to do what I'm trying to do, full-time. my passion, which is reaching my people, reconnecting the dots between all people so that we get back to loving each other again. And so just use what God gave you. God gave everybody a gift. You know, God put something in everybody. So use that. If you have a vision that just won't go away, it's not going away for a reason. So that's my inspiration, and you know, I encourage you to go for it, and it'll happen.
Yeah, just so you get up every day back.
That's right. Well, we appreciate you, Miss Aisha. Element and Vibe. Barbershop Stories Podcast, episode 17. Yes, it is 17, and 18 is coming up next week, same time, same spot. You can catch us on YouTube /MacMan Entertainment. That's MACMAN Entertainment, and on live on Facebook, and that's Bennie Mac, and Instagram Bennie Mac 205, and the website theBennieMacAndThemShow.com. Also, mark your calendars. Go ahead, pull out your ink pens right now, or you can just remember the shit. December the 7th. If you ain't never seen me do live stand up, here's your chance. And it's not just gonna be a show, it's gonna be the experience. It's gonna be more forehead than face 3 live at the Barbershop. It's not gonna be just a show, it's gonna be an experience. Make sure you come out, doors gonna open up. Promptly at 6, show starts promptly at 7. It's gonna be me, a host, and a band, and we're gonna rock that bitch. It's going down like a scandal. Yeah, that's gonna switch.
To the club.
That's gonna switch. As soon as we get through with more forehead than face 3, the last special is gonna be, it's going down like a skinny nigga with a white beat on. But it's gonna be nice. Alright. Then next, after that, same night, we heading over to Roots Place. Boom, we heading that way, right? 40 for the first time. I'll be 40 for the first time, and a lot of niggas gonna be 40 for the first time. So come out, all these summer birthdays, Sagittarius, all shit. Just if you simply want to kick it, that's gonna be the party of the year. December the 7th at Roost Place. Sections are available right now. They're limited, but I promise you get your section. It's gonna be a real section, I guarantee you. So make sure you come on through Saturday, December the 7th, 9 p.m. Roost Place, 40 for the first time. It's my 40th birthday. Come kick with me, and it's going down. And more forehead and face 3, so y'all make sure y'all check that out. And also check out what it is, B949. I'm on there every morning, Monday through Friday. Check us out, Home Team Morning Show on there with the incomparable Miss V and the Homie J. Y'all make sure y'all tune in Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. Home Team. And we out. We go. We show that.
Glad you later, man. Oh no. It's all come out clean. You gave information and you gave inspiration. That's all we was asking for.
Okay, good.